What's up? I'm sorry we're late.
Everyone.
Emerson was showing his balls on stream. Well, the balls he caught some balls. He got another mouse, and it was a male.
It was.
It was.
Husband and wife are sleeping peacefully together for eternity.
Hey, you should start like a little mouse graveyard and print little headstones for him.
I should.
You should just have like little mouse tombstones. Continuing from our long stream yesterday, where he was fighting the mice invading his shop. So
yeah, 6.5 hours yesterday.
Was it 6.5? I thought it was 5.
I pieced out at 3:30. So you guys went out for another 3.
We were. It was. Did you see where Tor fell asleep on stream? Were you there? I
yes.
think you were there. Yes.
Best thing ever.
Yes.
My 5-minute power nap.
Tor took a power nap.
It wasn't even the nap. Stream. It was you fucking shut. You were like, whoa.
Do you know the time?
I did that because I was still I still heard you guys. I just wasn't paying it. I was like out.
He wasn't fully booted up. I'm trying to find here. Hang on. Wait. So Tor, he gave the cats Go-Gurt. I was working on the printer. Hang on. It was when Tom was still on.
It was like 2.5 hours ago.
Was it? Hang on. I'm scrolling through here. I'm scrolling through the video. Cause it was it was right after I got up.
Yeah, low power mode.
Hang on. I found it.
Yeah, you were talking about your pinballs, and I was like, okay.
Hang on here. So if you guys missed, you can rewatch it.
It's safe for a little bit.
It's definitely one of those. This is one of those streams. Just put it on when you're doing stuff. So here we're all talking. So here, hang on. If I call him on Teams, it'll probably wake him up. Hang on, I'm gonna call him on Teams. Let's see.
Oh, his phone is ringing, but he's still asleep. I can see his phone on the desk next to
I see it turning on. It's probably on silent.
Oh, poor guy.
I guess his chair's comfy.
Just let him sleep. Welcome back, buddy.
I was like half paying attention.
We should turn that as a gif of just Tor just bolting up from his chair.
It was like a second, half a second to a second of like sheer panic. And then he was back. He was fine, but it was just like, okay, I'm good. I know where I'm at.
Yeah, it's
low power mode.
Nemo says these are your friends, LOL.
Yes.
Hey, the ones you have to worry about are the ones you can't joke with or joke at.
I have Red Bull at the ready today.
Yeah. Do you? I will give an update here. So I printed a case for my Nano, which has clipper on it. My little Arduino Nano. Got it mounted in the case here. So I got the I/O pins exposed on the bottom here. So this will just go down by the. I'll just bolt it. I'm probably just gonna bolt it back by the extrusion because this little case I found for it says little slots.
Works.
Yeah,
That's specifically for the
accelerometer.
accelerometer. Okay.
So, and I'll show you. I'm just turning my arm camera on here. I'll show you where I put my accelerometer here, and I sent to our picture. He never got back to me, so I put
He was
it.
probably sleeping.
He actually was. It was later that night, but I threw it on the back here, just on the fan screw.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
So, and I was going to throw a little hot snot down there. If you notice, I desoldered four of the pins we aren't using. So I'm just going to run a shielded 4-pin cable back to the Nano and call it a day.
Easy.
So, yeah, don't have to don't have to swap it out for a tool headboard and all this other stuff. I'll just run a wire to it, and then, yeah, it's working. So really close to getting this running. I mean, I love how smooth these rails are. So, and for those of you wondering, we have Mercury 1 kits now. We just got a big ass shipment of them. I have half of a pallet full of Mercury 1 kits. So
now, do those come directly from Fabrico, or did they?
Yes.
Okay, so they have to get them first, and then they send them to you.
Yeah, I'm going to ask him if he can. I don't know what level of processing they do on their end, because I'll ask him next time if he can just drop ship them. So
Right.
But we checked because we typically for stuff like his label is like small to determine like what if it's the plus or the regular version, because the rails are different and they're slightly different parts, I think. But mainly the rails, I think, is a big difference. So I made some
his kit. Then it's not like
it's
an
his
LDO
kit
that he's a reseller of.
No, it's his
Okay.
kit. LDO makes his rails and the motors, but they're all his Honey Badger brand. And his rails are really nice. They're LDO rails. They're pre-greased. Like they're great. We're not even getting the option to have the kit without the rails. Just because most people are not going to have rails laying around. They're going to do this conversion, and sourcing rails gets kind of sketchy because there's such a vast quality difference between rails. It's just not worth it,
Well, the Honey Badger stuff is nice.
So his rails and motors.
I have his kit.
LDO.
That's what's on mine.
Yeah, that's what I have on mine. And then we're going to do another Mercury.
2 years.
We're going to do another Mercury 1 build on my regular 5 as well. So I have a regular 5 sitting on the floor. So we're going to finish this build up, and once this is done, it's going to go back in its enclosure and be a print farm bitch. And then we're going to build another one.
Are you going to do the Hydra on the normal 5?
Yes, there is a Hydra coming.
So I have a Hydra coming for the normal 5. I didn't do the Hydra on the 5 Plus because it's got the 2 motors. I didn't think it was needed. I've never had an issue with it. But yeah, if you guys have an Ender 5 or a 5 Pro or 5 Plus and you want to get some actual performance out of the thing, the Mercury 1 is an awesome conversion kit. So
we haven't confirmed it, but the Ender 5 clone, what was it?
The SVO5. Someone said the SVO5 will work. There was just one difference with the rails up front because they use the
yes, we do have the printed parts.
Yes, we have the printed parts. So right now we just have black ABS and black carbon fiber. Now we can order whatever color you guys want. So if there's a specific color you want, we can order the roll of filament, or you can ship it to us. Just have it delivered to our address here, and then we can print it in that color, and then we'll send you the rest of the roll. But we will be adding on some Polymaker ABS colors. But they're on the way. So we don't have them. So right now we have black ABS. That's going to be the quick ship option. So we will have black ABS parts printed and ready to ship. So it'll be at most 1 day shipping time on the standard black ABS parts. If you guys want a different color, like if you selected right now, I'll just bring the product page up here. Give me 1 second here.
SVO5 dimensions are slightly larger than 5 Pro. Yeah, but we've heard, I've had multiple people say,
I think was it Nemo or someone on one of the streams said that they did it.
Wasn't it?
Was it? If anything, he's got a ton of this stuff. So yeah, basically, so like here's the thing: we could get in. There's infinite colors that you can get for stuff. So we have here, I have right here at the top upgrade kits. So we have the 0G. This is the hardware kit with the rails, all the hardware. We do have an option here because like this does have really good documentation, but we're not bundling tech support. We're actually not making much selling these kits. So we do have an option oh, you can't see my drop down menu. So you can just select no, you don't. If you want just email support, and this includes helping you set up your firmware too. So this is not just, oh, help with assembly. This is firmware setup as well. Also, we have a discounted rate here where you can add on for $100. We usually bill our remote support for the video calls at $50 an hour. You can also add on this when you purchase your kit. So this can only be added on when you purchase. You can select your option. So if you just want just the kit, which if you've built printers before, the documentation is really good. We have links right here. I also embedded the PDF here. You can download it as well right from our site. You click this little button, it'll download it. You can print it out, whatever. I embedded that on the product page. We have like recommended accessories here. And if you're wondering why the bamboo tube is here, is because this is great for a reverse Bowden tube because it's a 2.5 millimeter internal diameter. So,
hey, thank you, Jay, for the gifted subs.
Oh yeah, I don't know why it's not popping that stuff up. We have the thing that's supposed to be showing like if I hit this, like that's a test donation. Do you guys see the test donation on the stream? It should be showing that kind of stuff on here.
Trowers did. It popped up on mine.
Oh, did it? Maybe it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if it's not showing it to us. I wonder if it only shows it to the viewers so we don't get distracted. So, anyways, but yeah, anyways, we have the hardware kits. So these are the hardware kits. These ship free in the contiguous US, so everywhere but Alaska and Florida. They have the one for the 5 Pro and the 5 Plus. This is not a pre-order. We have these in stock at our shop here. And then the printed parts here, you can do a drop down. You can select what hot end type you want. Now, for some reason, I'm just going to share the screen because sharing the browser window doesn't work well for some reason.
Bubby D81, yes, you can use that with an easy board. It will.
I'm running an easy board in mine. I'm running an easy board in mine too. So anyways, here, so now you can see it. So you can select what hot end you want, and we'll give you the correct parts for whatever hot end you select, whatever extruder you select. So we have all this stuff ready to go. And then for the color option right now, we have black, just our standard black ABS, and then we have our carbon fiber ABS. And then another option too, and you don't even have to buy the hardware kit. We have heat sets. So if you don't want to be doing the heat sets, we will pre-install all the heat sets in the tower parts and all the hot end parts. So basically you can just start screwing everything together. You don't have to mess with the soldering iron. You can just get these added on. So you can just do your basic options, and then we'll send you out and you can just add it to the cart. We'll get all this info on what options you want for your printed parts kit and check out. Again, I have a link here. So if you want a specific color that's not listed here, just send us, if you go to the contact us link here, you can open a new ticket and put your email in here and then just do the printer farm here. So you can just let us know, hey, I'm doing the Mercury 1 build. I want, I'm using this hot end, this extruder, this is the color I want. And typically what we do, like I have no problem ordering filament for people. We'll just bill you for whatever the roll cost, and we can get that here. Or if you just want to order it and ship it to our address, you can do that as well, and then we'll print it and ship it out to you when it's done. So there's just a million different color combinations. I am going to get more colors in for our Easy Choice ABS line, just so we have more options. But right now in our ABS line, we basically just have our clear, our blue, and our green. I did my build in our Raveberry, but we're out of stock on the Raveberry and the Electric Lime, which are really awesome colors on the black frames, but we don't have it in stock, so I don't have it listed on there. So, but yeah, let us know. So we have those. They're ready to go. If you wanted to run, now I was originally going to just run Marlin, but I want to play with Clipper. You can run, if you have our Easy board, our V1 or V2, we have our DIY firmware, and the DIY firmware does support Core XY machines. So you do not have to run Clipper on it. The first Mercury 1 we built is actually for Chris's brother-in-law, and he's running our EasyBoard V2. He's running our firmware on there, and the printer runs fast as hell. So you can still do input shaping with the test print and the calculator with the EasyBoard V2. So you can still get the input shaping just like Clipper does with the test print and putting the values in. It's a really nice bit of kit. So like it's taken a while for us to actually get these. There, one benefit of us taking a while is, one, there's been new revisions that have fixed issues with the old kits, and the documentation is actually good. So and if you get it and you don't get the tech support, we do have basically on a per ticket basis, we can bill for technical support. So, but again, it's a very involved upgrade. I think most of the people that are going to do this are probably be able to handle it with just the documentation. And they also have the 0G Discord as well too, which is very helpful, as well as our Discord. So, but yeah,
it's not a bad build. I've done 2 so far. I've done both in Clipper, and originally one of them was our EasyBoard V2
with
using
Marlin.
And it's not too bad at all.
Yeah. No, it's way better than doing a Voron. It's so much less time than doing a Voron, and you get basically the same performance as a Voron. Like it's you don't have it. It's not as cool looking as a Voron, but it's a great printer. So,
Jeff, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Carbon is one of my 2 Mercury ones, and Carbon is done in carbon fiber.
Yep. Tor has a lot of stuff a lot of carbon fiber on his machines.
My Mark 1 is a bastard orange.
You did like a Prusa orange.
And then now your carbon fiber. It's just whatever filament was in the machine that was ABS. I'm like, all right, you're getting this color.
See, when I do like these nice builds, I color coordinate everything.
Oh no, it was color coordinated. Until I decided, hey, let's try CAN bus. That sounds like a great idea. And then shit broke, and then I'm just like,
see, so I won't have to worry about that because I'm not running a tool head board. Now the USB tool head boards are nice, but the CAN bus ones, we've now heard from multiple people, viewers and people, like CAN bus is just not. It's not great.
Nope.
So
yeah, Emerson, after you left, somebody
we did that's our electric line. That's where our last roll of electric line was for your printer. So yeah, that's the green. It's actually really similar to the green behind on Emerson's printer behind you. So our electric line is very similar to that one. Yeah.
Mine is the atomic green. Well, I'm not going to give someone else's brand name out. It's nice.
I don't care. I like it. I like atomic filament.
It is Fusion Filaments. It's their Radium Green 2.0.
Never heard of that.
It was offered to me on the Print It Forward whatever.
Okay.
And I really
so
liked
you didn't even print your own parts?
Originally? No. I had nothing to print ABS.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, and I have a feeling that's where a lot of people will be. That's why we offered the printed parts. So, but again, if you guys want a different color, other than black ABS or black carbon fiber, we will be adding more on once we get more ABS in. We just don't have a lot of ABS in stock right now because not a lot of people print ABS. More people are printing ABS now that enclosed printers are becoming more standard. Tor, I would advise you not to be leaning so far back in the chair today.
Do it, Tor. We won't make fun of you. We promise.
All right, I'm gonna pull up the show notes because today is not just a random hangout and bullshit stream. Today is actually a news stream. So we just covered the Mercury 1 kits, so we have those are in stock and ready to ship. We're not doing pre-orders on those. I'm still I got
pre-orders.
No. I gotta find out where our poly dryers are. I just realized that because we were supposed to get them yesterday.
Yeah, the bins, right?
I think yesterday.
Yeah,
both the bins and the kits. So I gotta bug our poly maker rep after the stream to find out where.
what the heck is going on?
What they're doing. Yeah, actually, I have an email here. I'm just gonna reply to him right now. Hey, can we please get an update on these? Yeah, because I want to get more. I want another one myself. So, but moving into the news, so that's all the company updates here. Moving into the news, Tor, you've been more deep into this. I have not looked through the papers. I will pull them up here so we can go over them. I've got the 2 documents here. There's a 32-page court
Yeah, they're
case
doing 2
document.
lawsuits.
There's 2.
Stratasys
Okay.
Who's getting
Bamboo
sued?
Labs is being sued by Stratasys.
How have you not heard about this? How have you not heard about this?
It's been a busy few weeks, dude. I have been disconnected. You see, the only time I'm on Telegram is when shit's around me is on fire.
Well, that's all the time.
Shut up.
Hey, Kumama.
Okay. So this is the first one here. So they're suing. Bamboo is just one of the companies here. Tier Time's another one. There's a laser company, some mold technology company.
No,
I have no
that's
idea
all
who's
the same. The laser and mold company.
Is this all? Oh, and mold. Okay, so and I see here. Wait.
Shenzhen.
Okay,
that one
there we
looks
go.
familiar.
This is a mouthful of a fucking company name. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Beijing Yinhua Laser Rapid Prototyping and
Laser Rapid Okay. So Tier Time, we were talking about this. I hadn't heard about them. Oh, they're all under Bamboo. I'm not sure. I'm just going off of what we have here. So Stratasys is suing them in Texas. And they're saying that they're infringing on their patents. So where's the
goody.
yeah?
Because the Chinese
page 6.
Because the Chinese give a shit about patent law.
Well, but they have presence in the U.S., so this will actually stick. Yeah, here. So let's see. Okay, this is just establishing what they're selling. Where's the patent infringement in here?
Causes of action. Right here.
Okay.
So
let's see. Yeah, so here, additive patent. Okay, so the one is added manufacturing method for printing 3-dimensional parts with purge towers. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's what I don't get. One, how the fuck can you patent this? This really has nothing to do with the printer itself. The printers themselves don't actually generate the purge towers. The slicer does. The slicer is open source.
They have it.
It's an idea at best, a process. I thought patents had to be something.
Well, it might just be their firmware as well, because their firmware is locked down, and everybody else has open source firmware. Prusa has open source firmware. Marlin's open source. Clipper's open source. So they can't really go after them.
Well, but the slicer is the one that generates a purge tower. The printers themselves do not generate the purge towers.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. And the slicer itself, hang on, the slicer itself.
Why aren't they going after Mosaic? Because Mosaic uses purge towers with their
correct.
Well, this is a precedent for Bamboo to say, "Hey, you haven't been defending your patent with all these others. Why are you defending it now?"
I guess, like, let's look up this patent here. So let me look up this patent here and see.
And they're going to be like, because you're Bamboo and your followers are douchebags, and they're going to be like, fair enough.
Yeah, you can patent anything, and it's enforced through litigation.
Okay, so let's see here. So let me pull up here on Google Patents here.
Yeah, heated beds too.
Yeah, we'll go through. We're gonna go through all these things here. So I'm going into this blind because I'm just gonna. You've already been looking through it. I was like, I'm just gonna go. So, added manufacturing method for printing 3-dimensional parts with purge tower. Current assignee Stratasys Incorporated. 2013 in the U.S. They have a patent in China for it as of 2014 too. That's a Chinese patent.
Honestly, I hope they both waste a bunch of money and it goes nowhere.
Like this is a.
But it's like part of it's like they're purging setup.
Okay, so let's look at the patents here. Like none of this really looks like. Is this like the poop shoot? Is that why they're going after them?
When like purge tower, I think they're meaning
24 purge tower support structure, plate and substrate. 3D
Yeah, that's what I was
part
saying.
and plate.
It's your bed.
Okay, so let's see here. The information, the invention claimed is a method for 3D blah 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 printing layers, 3D part, and a support structure for multiple print heads or deposition lines using layer-based additive manufacturing techniques. Switching the print heads or deposition line between standby modes and operating modes.
So yeah, the purge in the back.
Yeah, performing a purge operation for each print head or deposition line switched to the operation mode. The purge operation comprising printing at least one purge tower in a layer-by-layer manner, wherein layers of the at least one purge tower printed from the print head or deposition line switch to the operating mode.
So it could be a one-layer purge tower. So a single layer.
I'm not
they're basically
sure. I
saying-
hate.
Well,
I
because
hate
their
all the
default
legalese
does
shit in
have,
here.
yeah, their default profiles do have the purge tower in the back, but they also poop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
so I mean,
if you
the
go back and you read that, all it needs to have is one layer to be considered a purge tower. So the little poop could be considered a purge tower.
Yeah,
That's fucking ridiculous.
it's legal bullshit. So yeah, of course.
the claim that just using bamboo machines means you as the end user are also infringing on their patents is pretty nuts. Is that what they're claiming? We're just working through this. I just want to see, like, I hate how, I hate how all the legalese bullshit that makes it so like, what the fuck are they talking about? This is interesting here. Look at this. Guys want to know why 3D printing exploded in the last 15, 20 years?
2009 they lost their patent or it expired.
Let's see here. Apparatus for creating. I'm just going to click on this just to see. So isn't it 20 years? Yeah. So it expired. Yeah. So 2009 is when it expired. So this was the printing. This was the patent for 3D printers, and it expired. So that's why you're seeing all these machines coming out now, is because it's expired. So here's all these are okay. These are all definitions. This stops showing here.
Think about all the. I mean, I know patents exist for a reason, but at the same time, just seeing this, and yeah, the timeline does just about fit. Where 2000, that's about when 3D printers started to come out and become. So
Like the early,
for
like
20
the mid
for
to late
20 years.
2000s.
So the technology has been around since the 80s. Imagine if we didn't have to wait 20 years for shit to come out, how much further along we would be.
Yeah. Well, I
It's
mean, now
fucking
it's going very rapidly.
It's rapidly, but I'm just saying, like, think about, we could have had this shit in the early 90s as
Yeah.
opposed to the
Yeah, they're just talking
early
about like a
2010s.
purge operation. So I don't. Here's the thing I don't get. They're clearly showing the purge tower here, and this is something that the printer doesn't do, at least on these machines. This is something that the slicer does. So that's why I don't get. So the slicer is open source for
I think
bamboo.
they're more mentioning the purge method. So like it pooping instead of the actual purge tower.
Is that what they're going after? Because
But you
they're
can
saying
still-
they're
It
saying
sounds
it.
like it. Well,
But
no,
that's
that's their patent. Is the purge tower?
Okay,
But
patents
methods
the
for
seven
purging.
the 713 patent generally relates to additive three-dimensional printing with purge towers.
I need to go patent G code. Hurry,
Like
go.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's G code generated by the slicer that generates the purge tower. I don't know if they can.
Even the poop versus the purge tower, that's still in the end. That's the
How- yeah, but
slicer
how-
telling it to do that.
Right. So and the other thing too, if they try to say the pooping is so you can't just move your nozzle off the bed and push filament out, that's an infringement of the patent. Because that's all it's doing. It just happens to be there's a wiper back there and a little thing to catch the poop. But so if I move my print head off to the side off my bed and I flush the nozzle out that way, I'm infringing on their patent.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. In addition, the Bamboo Studio Slicer software instructs the 3D printers to perform a purge operation to a prime tower when a deposition line is switched between part material and support material. The that's weird that they're specifying support material because the purge tower
Well, a lot of the
or it's colors, it's different colors. So I mean,
well,
it's
they
weird.
send the printer out with like PLA and a support material.
Okay. Yeah, because I have that sitting there. I don't use
Yeah,
it. I've heard
I
using
still have it
PETG for
sitting here.
support. I heard about
I
using
think
PETG for support material.
That's what it is what people were saying. I'll be right back. I can still.
Horse got to poop.
Better than falling asleep, I guess. Let's see. So for example, defendants require customers users to use the accused products through their applications. Defendants produce and distribute for use. Defendants further require users of the accused products to agree to extensive terms and conditions. Finally, defendants customers realize a tangible benefit by using the defendant's technology to print and manufacture tangible items. That is correct.
Yeah.
Defendants also indirectly infringe on at least one claim of the 713 patent violation by taking active steps to encourage and facilitate direct infringement by third parties, including users, partners, affiliates, subsidiaries, resellers, distributors, and service providers in the United States with knowledge and specific intent that its efforts would result in direct infringement of the patent.
Yeah, Nathan Builds Robots was really happy to read that because he's like, thanks for kicking me out of your affiliate program. So I don't have to be in this.
Yeah, so hang on. So, for example, defendants actively induce infringement of the 713 patent by designing, manufacturing, selling, and distributing the accused 713 products, and then training its customers and users on the use of those products and the accompanying applications through the creation and dissemination of supporting materials, maintenance guides, troubleshooting guides, softwares, including Bamboo Studio, Bamboo heading instructions, product manuals, technical information. See, and they have a link to their wiki. As another example, defendants actively induces infringement of the 713 patent by instructing, encouraging, or requiring their subsidiaries and affiliates in the U.S. to use, sell, or offer for sale in the United States and importing into the United States without authorization the accused products that practice various claims of the 713 patent, such as any Bamboo Lab printer it's used in conjunction with corresponding applications or controllers. This is very broad. They have their YouTube. Yeah. They have their YouTube channel. Oh, I did not mean to go to
their wiki.
Hang on. I did not mean.
It's like you have a wiki teaching people how to use your printers. You're infringing on our patents.
Yeah. So hang on. We were that's background of the dispute. We were at causes of action here. Like this, I'm really curious to see where this goes because, like, I don't understand how they can. Like, why are they not going after the software then? They would have to go out. They would have to go after. They'd have to go after Simplify 3D. That's a commercial product. They use Purge Towers. Okay, Kira uses Purge Towers. Super Slicer, Prusa Slicer, Orca Slicer, Bamboo Studio. Like, all these slicers all use Purge Towers. None of the printers, as I could be wrong, could be some fringe case where a printer does the Purge Tower on its own. But in general, the Purge Tower is just a G-code command to move the head over, push the plastic out, and at some point there's a tool change where it switches the filament out, whether that's into the same head or a second head. Like, I don't get why they're only going after Bamboo. I
think it's because it's part of that is in the firmware, because it's for filament switching and stuff. It's not sending all the G code. I don't think it's just saying
it doesn't use a Purge Tower to switch the filament out. It does. It just when you feed an AMS and it changes the filament out.
They're counting the poop as a Purge Tower.
So then Marlin with the filament change option on the screen, that's purging. That does a purge when you change filament on a single color printer. If I go on my printers here right now and go to change filament, it'll unload the filament and you put that's purging out the printer.
Part of the reason why they're probably doing this is
that's what I don't get. Like, because the Bamboo printers don't use a Purge Tower to change out filament. They use I
think this is why they're starting to punch down. In 2014, $130, and now they're down to $7.50 a share. So they've dropped considerably. So they're punching down because their market's being infringed on.
Doesn't Stratasys also own? Doesn't Stratasys also own MakerBot? Or am I thinking? No, Ultimaker owns MakerBot.
Yeah.
There's some other smaller company. Like that's what I don't get is, and this is why I hate our fucking legal system here. Like our legal system is such bullshit because anybody can file a lawsuit. Like Tor, I'm gonna file a lawsuit against you because you looked at me funny. Stop switching my things.
Someone filed a lawsuit against us. I won't specify who us is. Because the manufacturer wouldn't honor the warranty. And the judge, the judge threw it out rightfully, but I had to show up for court 3 different times, waste my time and money over something that should have never made it that far.
I've had my
manufacturer. That's who you need to sue.
My experience with the legal system was I had my old condo. The building itself had water intrusion issues that were outside of my responsibility. Like I was on a 3rd floor of a 4-story building, and the roof itself and the way they constructed the building, like these buildings have had issues with water intrusion so basically since they were new, is what people who lived there since it was new told me.
The same thing in Traverse City.
So basically what would happen is water would intrude from above my unit, like from the roof or the unit above me. It would travel down the walls and go onto the tops of the windows, like the actual frame and everything. And so it would like leak through like the trim and stuff because the water was coming down there. So the windows were fine. And I have extensive documentation. Like I have videos showing it because I was like fighting with the HOA about it. They were trying to fix and everything. There were special assessments where they retuck pointed the whole building and all of this other shit. It was an ongoing thing. So when we sold the unit, like we went and refreshed the whole unit because the carpet was run down. So we put all the carpet in there. My dad repainted everything. We fixed anything that needed to be fixed. The water, we hadn't seen water in a while after they had done some work on the building, and we replaced like all the trim and stuff around the windows and fixed it. And then like, I don't know, 6 or 7 months later, the lady filed a suit. The lady that bought the property filed a suit because the HOA told her that, oh yeah, he knew that window was bad. The window wasn't bad. It was from the building. There were no issues with the windows. They sealed fully. The frames weren't rotted out or anything. But when I went to talk to a lawyer, they're like, well, they're only asking for $6,000. You should just settle out of court because even though you can win this case because you have all the supporting documentation, you have the videos and pictures, all the emails going back and forth with the HOA, you're going to be out more money defending yourself, and you'll probably win, but it's going to cost you more money than just giving them, what they're asking for, which I thought was fucking ridiculous.
That's the point.
But yeah, Stratus has probably lost a lot of company or a lot of customers because of Bamboo. And that's why I think they're doing this as well.
Well, yeah, because why would you buy like a 10 or 20 or 40 or $100,000 printer when you can get like their printers are nothing special anymore. They're giant. They take the same fucking plastic ours do, like literally 1.75 millimeter filament. Like I've worked on and used Stratasys printers.
3s.
Well, yeah, but the point is a lot of their printers use 175. And they charge you like $100 for 1 kilogram of plastic because it comes in a fancy holder and has a RFID tag.
Spool. That's another thing they're suing for.
Yeah, so I don't understand here. This is about purge towers, and here's another one here. So let's look this patent up. Like this
is build platform and system for 3-dimensional printing methods.
Hang on one second.
I was watching a video today on it, and I'm pretty sure that like the RepRap, the old like one of the first like DIY 3D printers.
Yeah, let me see here. So I'm
had
gonna
a heated
search
bed before Stratasys.
I'm going to Google patents. Hang on. Google patents, heated build platform. Okay, so let's see. Let's share this one now. So they're saying this infringes on their patent. Let's see what their patent is here. And if it's literally heated beds, okay, let's see. An apparatus performing as a base for 3D printing objects using high temperature thermoplastics employing additive manufacturing methods is provided. The apparatus comprises a heated build platform, a thin removable plate secured to the top of the build platform. So flex plates, a high temperature polymer coating applied over the removable plate. So flex plates with coatings. A surface treatment of a high temperature polymer coating to maintain adhesion between the 3D print object printing surface. Also, the removable plate has low coefficient of thermal expansion compared to the build platform below it. For avoiding the Boeing
subject.
What?
So maybe you should change the subject. It sounded similar to some products.
That's what I'm saying. So okay, so temperature polymer coating, plate, and build platform, build apparatus. So they literally have a patent for a fucking heated bed with a flex plate on it.
And an adhesive on it.
Yeah, well, a coating. So like, I don't know, like PEI plates, like.
No, doesn't sound familiar at all. Don't know.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, so this is literally a patent for a build plate with a surface on top of it. So that's literally every fucking manufacturer in existence that makes 3D printers.
Yep.
Every single one.
When they file this?
I closed the share, but 2014, 12/17/2014, they filed this patent. Why are they just enforcing it now? Why didn't they sue Creality? Why didn't they sue all these other companies that have heated build plates on all their fucking printers?
RepRap was
okay, so it's issued here.
They're
saying it was issued on March 14th, 2017. It showed a different one on Google.
2004 to 2007 was when the Darwin was worked on, which was like the first RepRap 3D printer.
Okay, so
that's a build platform.
That was in 2007.
Between 2004 and 2007 was when it was being
Well,
developed.
I hope Bamboo uses that as prior art, or there's some sort of priors in the name. There's some sort of legal term that shows that they shouldn't have been granted this because this was already been done before this patent was granted. So, and I'm not a patent lawyer.
People were doing it before they filed it. They just patented it.
Yep. So
literally almost every 3D printer out today has a heated build.
Yeah. So so 3D Experiment, Bamboo has a great case for saying they didn't enforce it, so it's abandoned. So that is a true thing. So like we have trademarks. So we have trademarks. Okay. We have trademarks for TH3D and Easy ABL. And I had people bitching and whining because I had some guy selling ABL kits using Easy ABL in the name, and I had to enforce it because if I didn't fucking enforce a trademark, then we could risk losing it. And he got his panties in a bunch because he was using our product name in his to sell his shitty product and got all pissy because we enforced it.
For sport.
Yeah. Well, no, that was a different guy, but yeah, that happened as well. Yeah, that was great.
They only sent people to us as well.
Yeah, man, we could have a fucking late night stream with a bunch of whiskey and going over all the fucked up shit we've had to deal with over the years. But yeah, so literally heated build platform. They're saying the texture PEI plates, so I guess we're in violation of that patent too. I don't give a fuck. Stratasys can suck my fucking dick. I don't care.
Yeah,
this is such bullshit.
I hope they both waste a ton of money and it goes.
But the whole thing is though, the scary part is if they lose this case, they now have a basis to go against every single other printer company and manufacturer.
Bamboo to settle out of court
so
they can get paid.
Don't worry, guys. We can still use blue tape. That technically counts as a coating. The patent is for a coating. That technically is a coating.
And you still we wouldn't be able to do ABS because heated plates.
Or PETG.
Yep. When did the ANET? When did the ANET A8 come out? I have no idea.
I mean,
I'm
wasn't
trying to
that thing a
see.
massive piece of
There's
shit
an
anyway?
exemption for tape in the suit. Wait,
There's
really?
an is there? Or are you just trolling? Yeah, so heated build platforms. So okay, flex plates. So the thing is, if Bamboo loses this, they can start going after everybody.
Well, maybe that's what they're hoping for.
Just oh, I passed it. Hang on. So if I search, hang on, tape. Okay, we're in the polymer coating that's in the patent is not a polymer tape.
So textured PEI would count, but
Textured PEI plates, I identify
Textured
as a
PEI
polymer tape. Okay, they identify as a polymer tape. Okay.
they're no, but in all seriousness, textured plates would fall under this patent, but
Please.
smooth PEI plates with the 3M adhesives on them would not,
Yeah.
technically.
This is just sad. Like this is just sad. Like that they're going after this. Like how about you just make a better fucking product instead of being a fucking patent troll. Okay, here's another one here. Contributory infringement. Wait, what was the 6? Is this the same one?
600 is the flex plate stuff, the heated bed and stuff. Yeah.
Is this all still here? Because they're talking about something else here. Hang on. Offering for sale products, filament, automatic material systems, build plates, import. Oh, this is okay. This is just talking. That it threw me off the filament and automatic material system. Let's see. So is this? There's 2 documents here. So what else? So that's it.
Here's another patent. There's
filed
a few patents in each. Yeah,
okay,
they filed
so
in Texas.
This is basically this is for the build plate, and this is for the build plate and for the purge tower. So I don't and the build plate, heated bed, whatever, that whole assembly, like this stuff has been used for years before that patent was ever released. That's easily provable just by looking through all the old wikis, like the rep wiki and everything. Let's continue on.
Suits.
So here's the other one. Here's the next one. So there's 2 here.
But yeah,
This
they're
is the second
filing in
document.
Texas because apparently that's the best place to file because the judges and stuff there and the
oh, that's where all the patent troll filing that's okay.
Yeah, because they normally side with the patent holder.
Patent trolls of East Texas. We got 3D Experience and Jeff here. Okay, I did not know that. So if you see someone filed in East Texas, Eastern District in Texas, that's patent trolls. Okay, so let's see. We want to go to the what is it? The section cause of action. That's what I was looking for. All right, so let's see. Tagged build materials for 3D printing. This sounds like RFID. So they patented that in 2020. XYZ was doing that well before 2020, weren't they? Do you remember XYZ? They're now defunct.
Yeah, that was like
do you remember
2017.
Do you remember the Da Vinci's? Those printers, the actual Da Vinci filaments came with RFIDs on their spools. If you bought their filament and the printer recognized what you put in there because of the RFID tags. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, the Da Vinci printers were out using the RFID technology in the spools well before 2020.
Yeah, and they actually locked it down so they wanted only their filament run through their system.
They ended up opening it up later on, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's why
data tags included on spools or cartridges of build material that is used by a 3-dimensional printer during fabrication of a 3-dimensional object. So they're saying that we've been done this for let's look up the 466 patent. I'm just gonna keep this window shared because we're gonna pull up you said there's multiple patents in this one too, right? Just like the other one?
There's multiple patents.
All right, let's see. Tagged. A supply of build materials such as Explorer cartridge instrumented with a data tag that includes information about the build material. Printer, the 3-dimensional printer can read the information from the tag, determine how to use the build material. Okay, yeah. So let's see their figures here. God, what the fuck is even is this? Oh God, I hate patent. Like,
it's like the most basic pictures.
there's a MakerBot logo right here. Coupling, data tag, build material.
2020 was around when they bought them.
Did they buy MakerBot? I thought they bought MakerBot. Tag sensor, object,
They bought it for the
dimensional
patents.
printer. Let's see here. What is this?
Yeah, BW. This is why they're being sued for this, because they have RFID tags in the spools.
They even have it so like QR codes and barcodes. Seriously. Seriously? Optical tag sensor. You mean a fucking camera? Like, they could get around this just by putting like a little camera that reads like the label and have like a barcode, like their product barcode on there. But like, this is all just so fucking stupid. Like,
America.
yeah, like why would this be any different than just having like a camera that reads like the standard UPC code, and then the printer can cross-reference that with a database to figure out what product that is. Like, there's ways to get around that. They shouldn't fucking have to. Like, this is okay, Krista. I think she's going with her neighbor or something. Let's see. I just don't get how such a simple thing can be patented and how it actually got granted. This is the other problem too with like just in general our government. It's full of old fucks that have no idea what this stuff is and think that this is like something revolutionary when some kid that's played with an Arduino a couple times can figure out that this really isn't a revolutionary thing. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? So there's, okay, so the RFID tag, we knew that one was in here. What's the next one? So the 466 patents RFID tag. And apparently the patent even includes a camera reading barcode, which is fucking wild. Like, holy shit. Count to, okay, so this is literally the only one in here. Is this just the 464? Yeah, the 464 patent.
So there's more than one patent they're going after?
Yeah, there's 3 total. So the RFID tag, the heated build plate with the flex plate, and the purge towers.
Okay, but
this looks like this is, unless there's going to be another one here. The 464 patent is RFID. Hang on. Here's another one. Networked 3-dimensional printer with a 3-dimensional scanner.
Why haven't they gone after Creality?
I don't know.
Creality sells textured PEI plates with their shit.
Yeah, so does Sova. All the companies do these days. Yeah. It's a standard thing. All right, let's see. This fucking graphic. Like, this looks... Oh my god, it's just so shitty. Oh, hey, look at it. It's the CR30. Surface path build platform. So this is a belt printer. Hang on, I'm just taking all this in, so I'm sorry, like, because I did not. I just went into this topic just blind here. Okay, so MakerBot is the ones who own this.
They're handling it the way any rational person should be. This is fucking stupid, and none of it makes any sense.
All right, let's see what they say this is.
Short screws.
Background summary. Three-dimensional fabrication resources are improved by adding networking capabilities to three-dimensional printers and providing a variety of tools for networked use of three-dimensional printers. Web-based servers or the like can be provided a single point of access for remote users to manage access to distributed content on one hand, and to manage use of distributed fabrication resources on the other. Wait, where does the scanner come into this?
The LiDAR.
The LiDAR, that's what they're trying to say. Where's the scanner on here? Sheet, surface, path, gears, build platform, roller, conveyor. Where's the scanner? They mentioned scanner. This is
Bullshit.
connect to network, locate source of content, subscribe to content, receive model. So this is just a model coming in. Provide printer, receive model, fabricate model, provide user interface, transmit status information. So a camera for monitoring your prints?
Yep.
Is that
Creality again.
so?
Why
Like
haven't they been
literally,
sued?
Octoprint,
Soval.
Octoprint clipper with a camera, a webcam plugged into it.
Pay, but they don't like they're saying it's open source, so and they're not doing it for profit. Does that count?
I don't know how it works if something's open source that impedes on a patent. Yeah, Spaghetti Detective, which they've what the fuck is their name now?
Yeah, whatever their new fucking name is now.
Obico.
They're
Yeah.
Obico, Octo Everywhere. It says scanner in the title, but I'm looking. Hang on, I'm looking to see where like the scanning part comes into this. This is literally just a long ass explanation of what all the fucking individual components are. I'm just scanning through this here to see.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. The sensor may include a sensor to detect presence or absence of the object.
So they're AI detecting stuff.
Oh, sensor. This is the sensor here. So it's just a block diagram. It's sensor here. Okay. The may include a sensor detects presence or absence of the object at a predetermined location on the conveyor. This may include an optical detector arranged in a beam breaking configuration to sense the presence of the object. Okay, this is specifically a conveyor style printer, but also has network. So it's like they're just fucking shotgunning shit. This patent is just like a shotgun to cover.
Yeah, they did
like,
2 separate ones too. So if one failed, they could possibly get another one.
I mean, my camera on my printer can be with all the AI detection shit now can tell me if there's a print on the bed or not. That's a sensor. The camera, literally, a camera is a sensor.
Yep.
I don't like this is but the interesting thing on this patent, it mentions a conveyor. There's no conveyor on these printers. Like
Maybe they have to mention the patent as a whole.
I guess
Yeah.
like hang on, are they saying that they infringe on the entire patent or part of the patent? Let's see. The patent generally is to provide networking capabilities of three-dimensional printers so that the fabrication resources are improved. So they're saying a networked fucking printer. Hang on, sorry, I forgot to switch by here. They're literally saying a network printer, providing network capabilities to three-dimensional printers. Generally relates to providing. So that's what they're going after, just the networking part. So fucking Octoprint, fucking Clipper, Soval, Creality, Anycubic. I don't think ANET got to that stage before they went tits
hang
up.
on though. Is this company a US based company or a Chinese based company with presence? Yeah.
I think Stratasys is a US based.
Here, let's see. So 3D strategy, what you do is create a broad patent, and when it gets ruled to a broad, you have a specific patent with a ton of line items you can use in court. That's literally what this is. Like, so this is literally that. Here's the other thing too. Mosaic. I don't know if you guys know this. Mosaic literally and Prusa has a print farm management system.
Yeah.
No, like and Mosaic literally makes giant, like huge fucking printers. It's just like tons of printers that like they can remove their bill. It's like an automated print farm setup. Those are networked. Why are they not going after those companies?
Because Bamboo's taking more of their market than those guys would.
Or they see Bamboo as an easy target.
So they're saying here, yeah, they're saying
maybe
here,
they have
so
the easiest chance of beating them to set the precedence.
So here, a 3D scanner, e.g. a LiDAR scanner, captures information about the object being printed in the chamber. The LiDAR does not pick up if there's an object on, yeah, but it doesn't pick up if there's an object on the bed, because it is, when I was using it, it definitely would start a print with an object on the bed still.
Well, it does scan the purge line to detect the object.
I mean, I guess technically, yes, it's detecting an object, but like the way the patent's written, it sounds like a completed object, but I guess the one later thing is technically still an object.
Still use it.
Yeah. Yeah, status of the object being printed. So it is, they are technically correct, but still, like, yeah, include a network interface and a web server transmits the status of the job, e.g. can review the print job completed status results of the AI inspection via the network interface. Bamboo thus directly infringed and continues to directly infringe on each limitation of at least claim 1 of patent 97 by selling, offering, or use for sale in the United States and importing the United States without the authorization of Stratasys.
They just want a licensing fee and a big paycheck so they can keep going.
Okay, are there any more patents in this 32-page fucking document?
Probably.
I think this is, I think it looks like, there's another one.
Yay.
Detection and use of printer configuration information. Let's see what broad bullshit this is.
Jesus. Oh yeah, like I was reading all this earlier.
Let's see what this is. What is this one? What's this one here? Okay.
You know what this reminds me of? Didn't Microsoft sue GPS companies?
This literally got granted this year.
Well, the application was filed in 2022.
Right, but it wasn't granted until the 30th of January of this year. Okay, let's see. What is this? The hardware and software properties. Hang on. The hardware and software properties of a three-dimensional printer can be queried and applied to select suitable directly printable models for the printer or to identify situations where a new machine-ready model must be generated. So slicing. The properties may be any properties relevant to fabrication, including physical properties of the printer, printer firmware, user settings, hardware configuration, so forth. The printer may respond to configuration queries with a dictionary of capabilities or properties. This dictionary may be used to select suitable models or determine when a new model must be created. I don't know what they're talking about model. When someone says similar, when a printable model is sent to the printer, metadata for the printable model may be compared to the printer properties in the dictionary. Sure, the model can be favored. So this is like the when you send a file over to the Bamboo and you've sliced it for ABS and you go to print it and you try to print it with PLA. It goes, yeah, you don't have ABS in here. You have PLA in here. That's what this is basically talking about.
A lot of this stuff has been around for a while. They can't win this.
So they're suing a process. They patented a process.
Yeah, this is
a workflow.
Oh, hey, here's their favorite little fucking figure that they put in all their fucking patents. And look at it. It's a fucking network. Wow. Dimensional printers, data network, print server, database. Wow. Wow. Data network. I like Honestly, if I got a lawsuit like this, I just like write on a piece of paper, "Go fuck yourself," with a picture of like my nuts or something, and just send that back and just keep. This stuff just fucking retarded. Like I.
And then
I've done those diagrams. Don't laugh. The lawyers loved it.
Oh,
What you do is
God.
you take those diagrams of their patents and you wipe your ass with it and you send that.
It's just oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
get
no
their,
words,
get their,
no words, just that's their
I'll
response.
get the diagrams printed out on custom toilet paper and then send them that. This is just so stupid. I can't believe this is a recent patent. How the fuck was this patented? Like,
Yeah, because other people
this
doing
type
it
of shit.
well before the patent was filed.
I'm trying to think if there's any printers before the bamboos that like basically went, you got the wrong material selected. Because I mean, if you have PLA in your Ender 3 or whatever,
no. But it doesn't matter because the patent was just issued, and Bamboo used that technology before this year.
well, I mean, I guess we could always wait till 2034 when it expires.
I mean, I hate Bamboo and I want to see them go out of business, but not over something like this.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, am I like I can't believe that something this simple was granted. Like, how do we not have like people working in these departments that actually understand? Like, they don't have like somebody that's an expert on additive manufacturing that like actually understands what this is and goes, yeah, you can't really patent this. It's too broad. It's too generic. It's too general. Like,
It's an absurd game, and all the players know. Yeah,
this is just ridiculous. And the problem is, as much as I mean, I don't like Bamboo just as much as a lot of people, but like the problem is if they lose this, they're now going to go through and start going after other companies, and
And here's the
3D printing as a whole could be absolutely fucked. That's the problem.
Which sucks, but in the long, like, what's your long game? Because anything you make, no one's gonna buy because of what you did to the industry. You're gonna fuck yourself.
Yeah, but you got to remember Ceratus's customer base isn't the neckbeards on Reddit that are buying all the cheap printers. They're commercial customers. The commercial customers don't give a fuck about this.
yeah, they just want it.
They don't give a
it
shit.
works and it's reliable.
They don't give a fuck. Like, that's the people they're going to piss off aren't their customers.
Clearly, they do give a fuck because they don't turn a profit, and their profit share, their stock prices are in the shit.
Like, my whole thing is because we've had our shit ripped off. Like, I've never filed patents because like they're insanely expensive. Like, it's not worth it. My whole methodology has been just make better products. Just stay ahead of everybody and make better products. That's how you stay relevant. Just make fucking better products that people want to buy. And like, because here's the thing, China, if you make a good product, China's going to fucking steal it, whether you have a patent or not. They don't give a fuck. Like, it's just one of the fucking things that happens. We've had products literally get gutted because of the fucking Chinese. It sucks, but that's just the fucking world these days. You know what I mean? Like, remember our multi-mount? We took that project over from Eric Klemenach, and Eric Klemenach was throttling it down because he didn't want to put more time into it because the Chinese knocked it off and undercut him by like a fourth. That's just the type of shit we have to do. That's one of the reasons why we don't have our schematics and our BOM and everything open source for our control board, because I don't want to see easy boards showing up on fucking AliExpress. Like, it's not because I don't want people to have the information. I would love to, but the reality is China is a player in the game, and they will absolutely rip off good products. But like,
here's a kicker you're not seeing is if Stratus has a service clause that holds their customers accountable for using products that violate their patents. Yeah, because I'm sure a lot of their customers have ditched Stratus's, or at least most of their printers, and just got a Bamboo print farm.
Yeah, I mean, why? As a if I was not a 3D printing company and I wasn't a tech person, I definitely see the appeal of the Bamboo printers. Absolutely, they're printers for people that don't want to know how to printer works. They're the Apple products of the printing world. Like Apple products are for people that aren't tech people. And I'm doing a broad generalization. I know there's techie people that have Apple products, but in general, Apple makes products for people who aren't technical because they're supposed to be simple and quote just work. That's what Bamboo is going after. Then you got people like me who like, Android or like all these DIY printers that we don't mind putting a little extra work in, but the benefit is we get to have more control over our devices. There's a market for both, but yeah, let's see, is there any other bullshit patents that they're trying to fucking go on? There's only one Apple product in this house and it's Krista's phone. I will not purchase any other Apple products. Oh, is there another one?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the fucking another one. Did we not? I thought we went through the whole other
Network
document.
three-dimensional printer.
Okay, I thought we were done with the patents.google.com. All right, network dimensional 3D printers. Okay. So instead of innovating, we're just gonna be patent trolls. That's basically what the vibe I'm getting from fucking Stratus is instead of innovating, we're becoming patent trolls. Is this the same one? They have this fucking belt printer in here again. Is this the same? Hang on. So there's 324, or are they just reusing the prior art? 324
B2
was, hang on, let me see. 324 was the end. That's the detection. No, 097.
Yeah, the other one was the AI detection. This is just the networked printers now.
So they have another fucking.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they're just shotgunning patent suits and hoping one of them sticks. So
And
this was
split it up so it has
so-
better chances.
So MakerBot owned the patent originally, and then when Stratasys bought, yeah, because so I was remembering correctly, because MakerBot was bought by Stratasys,
yeah,
and then I guess they must have sold it because Thingiverse used to be MakerBot, and now it's Ultimaker. So I wonder if they sold Thingiverse off to Ultimaker.
and
Is
MakerBot is
Ultimaker owned by Stratasys?
yeah, MakerBot Ultimaker.
Okay, so Ultimaker is owned by Stratasys too. I must have missed that. Let's see. Yep. All right. Let's see. Three-dimensional fabrication resource improved by adding network capabilities, 3D printers, printing provider tools, and network use of three-dimensional printers, web-based server. Okay, so this is literally just a fucking printer that is connected to the network.
Again, 90% of the market right now.
So they patented the.
Does somebody have like a does somebody have a patent for networked light bulbs yet? Because I should definitely file that and then go sue every. I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to file patents for every network smart home device and then just sue all the smart home companies.
Also, if they announce some,
this is the same kind. This is like this
and
is
the
like
insiders
this,
can dump their stock holdings as they see.
yeah.
Like,
So, hang on. Networked light bulb. Is there a patent for a networked light bulb? Is there one here? Wait, method for an apparatus for controlling light devices in a networked lighting system.
Philips, of course, Philips has it.
So Philips owns this.
Yeah, of course. Philips Hue.
Oh, it expired in 2021. Well,
When we were selling the Easy Bulbs.
well, in every other company, there's like so many different fucking manufacturers. Like this is just ridiculous. Like, is there one? Hang on, let's say, is there networked refrigerator? Is there a patent for a network refrigerator? How about a washer and dryer? How about a water heater? Like, this is no different than adding a network connectivity to any other fucking appliance or device.
Oh,
Hey, is
sir,
there a patent for a networked computer? I could make billions.
I hope they go after GE then, because my washer and dryer are a network attached appliance.
But that's what I'm saying.
Right.
This is around among the same level of ridiculousness as trying to patent like any smart home device
Hey, I patent
or
breathing.
appliance.
You fuckers owe me a nickel for every breath you take.
Yeah, come here and I'll give you your nickel in person.
Mm-hmm. Give
Like,
it to.
yeah, I think you are correct. Yeah, the 3D experience got me. Yeah, Al Gore holds all the patents for the information superhighway. It's not. You got to remember, the internet is. It's not just something you dump something on. It's not a big truck. It's a series of tubes. Okay. Do any of you get that reference?
I didn't hear. I wasn't paying attention. I was reading.
Hang on, we're about to have a. I should have started all this with.
You freaking freaks!
Should have started this all off with this.
I mean, technically you did. It was just backstage.
Well, I didn't look at the patents and stuff.
That was more
backstage.
for me though when I was waving around a dead mouse.
Yeah, Emerson entered the chat with holding up a
mouse.
trap with a mouse. He's like, "Look at the size. That's a bill. Look at the size of the balls on that thing." I was like, "This is hi to you too, Emerson." Didn't think I'd be starting our conversation out with mouse balls, but here we are. All right, let's see what other bullshit they're trying. So they're just shotgunning patents. I hope they lose.
I don't think both lose.
Honest. Well, I don't think Bamboo did anything wrong. I really don't. I don't think Bamboo
and that's
did
what
anything
that's
wrong
what
with these.
sucks.
I'm not one of these idiots that's like I'm just oh fuck Bamboo. I hope they lose. I hope they don't lose any money. Honestly, I hope Bamboo recovers costs and comes out ahead on this. And this is somebody that is not a big fan of Bamboo's. I'm like
I hope they go down,
logical.
but not over this, because they don't deserve to go down over this, because this is bullshit.
No, this is bullshit. Like this is absolute bullshit. So what, Gina? Hey, Gina, if you're watching, Gina from Octoprint, your Octoprint system infringes on Stratus's patents.
Yep.
How does that make you feel? Like seriously, I wonder what I don't know how the legal system works, but like if somebody filed a patent like this, if I literally just like wrote back and certified mail them a thing that just says "go fuck yourself," you're a moron. Like what? What happens then? Like what? How does that play out?
They just use it against you in court.
Yeah, just.
Does this letter look familiar?
It's just ridiculous stuff like this. I don't understand why this can't just be like, yeah, you're fucking retarded. I'm not playing your fucking game. Go away.
Yeah, not wasting my time with you. Go.
Yeah, like that's what I'm
Play
saying.
in your own sandbox.
It'll be like that scene from the South Park movie when Mr. Mackey's reading this. Eat shit, you ass belonker.
Yeah, basically.
What the hell's a rim job?
Here, this is what I was. Like, hopefully, you guys can hear it. This is what I'm talking about. The internet. I think this is it.
I want to get to some of the substantive domestic and international issues in a minute, but let's just wrap up a little bit of the politics right now. Why should Democrats, looking at the Democratic nomination, the process, support you instead of Bill Bradley, a friend of yours, a former colleague in the Senate? What do you have to bring to this that he doesn't necessarily bring to this process?
Well, I'll be offering my vision when my campaign begins.
I hope this is the
it'll
clip
be
I'm thinking of.
comprehensive and sweeping, and I hope that it'll be compelling enough
assuming it's right here
draw
where this
people
hump
toward
is.
it. I feel that it will be, but it will emerge from my dialogue with the American people. I've traveled to every part of this country during the last 6 years. During my service in the United States Congress, I took the initiative in creating the internet. I took the initiative in moving forward.
In creating the internet. There was also like this other one. I'm trying to think. It was like somebody did. Oh, I think this is it. Right, hang on.
Oh shit. Internet.
It's a series of tubes.
It's a series of tubes. Internet. It's a series of tubes. Internet. It's a series of tubes. Internet.
I'm trying to.
A series of tubes. Internet.
It was like. I'm trying to remember what it, but he was like, it's not just a big truck. It's not something you just dumped something on. This is like we're talking like, this is like 10 plus years ago video clip from back in the infancy of the internet days. But yeah, so Yeah, that would definitely be classified as YouTube poop. But this is like, I'm all for patents and stuff that is actually something new, that is not a broad shotgun of shit.
It's got to be tangible. It's got to be fucking tangible, and that's not. That's at
Well,
best
and
they're
the other thing,
workflows.
well, the other thing too is like the whole thing, like when all the Voron guys were getting all up in arms about the Slice's patents and stuff. Slice actually did have something new. I have one of their hot ends. I'm not a fanboy of their products, but they did have something that was unique with how they implemented it. With their like the I don't know if it's titanium, but the really thin.
Yeah, I think it was titanium. The
Yeah, it was a
rods
very
to hold it.
it was very specific. It wasn't broad, because there's some people like, well, there's this hot end that has like screws holding the block. I was like, no, it's not screws. It's the tubes and the material. Like, that was actually something new. It may not seem like, it's one of those things where it may not seem like an obvious like revolutionary thing, but it's easy to say that when you aren't the one who thought of it, right? Like, yes, it's a
Yeah.
simple idea, but it does work. So, but they have to defend it. Like, they spent the time. It was a new thing. They brought it to market, and I don't think somebody like, oh, okay, you guys spent all this time. You have no idea how much R&D they took of what material type, the thickness is, how long the length should be, like, testing and testing and testing. Like, once you're at the final product, you're like, oh, this is a simple idea, but you don't know what they took them to get to that final part, right? Like, the patent for the 3D printer, when that was granted, that actually was a revolutionary thing.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not, it did hold the consumer side industry back and like bringing it to a lower cost, but that was an actual revolutionary patent. This shit is not a revolutionary patent.
No, it's just shotgunning bullshit to try to make some money.
Yeah. There's literally entire companies that all they do is buy patents for the sole intention of suing people over the patents that they acquired.
I'm sure they only bought MakerBot for so much because of the patents they held.
Yeah. I guarantee that was one of their deciding factors in purchasing MakerBot was the patents.
That was their big asset.
Yeah, was the patents. So speaking of patents and infringing things, look at this device that infringes on multiple patents from Stratasys. So
Heated build platform.
Heated build platform. It's networked. It's got sensors on it. Yeah, man, they're fucked. Prusa is going to get sued. But no, they came out with their MK4S, and I will say, for the first time when a new printer came out, I watched Sam Prentice's video on this. This actually looks nice. Like, it actually looks like they finally put some new stuff in here. The cooling setup's actually nice. Their interface, like, they're finally moving away.
Crazy overhangs.
Yeah, so like, this actually looks good. They have injection molded parts on here. It's weird to see a Prusa with injection molded parts, but it's cool to see that they're still doing stuff. Like, I had MK3S. I wasn't super impressed with it, but it did run. But it's nice to see, like, I noticed their print quality on their parts have gone up, and I think they stopped using PETG. That was my big complaint. I was nervous about putting that in an enclosure because their stock parts originally were
they're
PETG.
starting to do carbon fiber PC.
No, it wasn't carbon fiber. It was Sam talked about it as pretty, but it's like a PC blend. It was something else. It was a material I hadn't heard of before. But like, they got the nice nozzle style. Like, these look really similar to like what Creality's doing on their K1 series, which these are nice for end users. You have to worry about leaking because the heat break and the nozzle are all one thing. So they look pretty good. I'm hoping. Oh, look at Prusa Connect. Prusa Connect. There's that patent. There. Stratasys should file suit. There's a network port on a printer. Oh, damn. And there's a Prusa app. Yup. I will say, like, they're going from like they're going from the like more rep days to like more fit and finished products, which honestly they needed to do to stay relevant. It's good to see
Yeah,
Like,
they're
I'm
coming
not a
out with
Prusa
a lot of
fanboy.
good stuff for it.
Yeah, no, and they're polishing everything up. Like I was looking, I'm not a big
I
fan
just
of like
saw NFC.
Wait,
Another
where?
scroll up a little bit. Scroll about right below the square, the corner bit. Yeah. No, the next one. Right below the next one. Below, down, right below this. Yeah. Simple NFC tap to fully.
Oh, that's to set up the
Oh
Wi-Fi.
yeah.
No, that wasn't for the spools. But yeah, I mean, it's. I would like to, if I had to choose which company would survive Prusa or Bamboo, I would choose Prusa as long as they actually keep fucking innovating. I am curious to know what drivers are using, because they were using the TMC 2130s forever, and they're just old drivers. They need to get with the times.
Yeah,
But I figure it's
PC
worth
carbon fiber
mentioning.
blend.
Yeah, if it is funny though that they're like the 32-bit platform is a selling point. Congratulations, you are now on the same level as the Ender 3s from 2 or 3 years ago. So, but I kid. It does look like a nice machine.
Prusa is the Apple.
I will not be
the
buying
3D
one.
printer world.
No, they're not. You can actually mess with stuff. Like literally,
No, but
they actually have.
saying, look at this great new technology we have, and
Oh yeah, in that regard.
Yeah, we've had
but this is cool. Like they literally are encouraging you to interface with the printer. Like they have like a board to literally add on I/O directly to the machine.
General purpose, as well as adding
cool.
a button for doing time lapses with a nice camera.
Yep. No, it's cool. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see what their next thing is. It is nice to see them start moving. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised they haven't built a small Core XY at this point. Like, I mean, I got nothing against bed flingers. I have a ton of bed flingers, but like just the way the market's going is high speed Core XYs, and I'm really surprised that they're not going that direction. Now there are benefits of the bed flingers still. They're much simpler to maintain. They're much simpler to calibrate. They are a little bit cheaper to build. Like they all have pluses and minuses, but at the end of the day, I think Core XY is the way to go moving forward, unless the printer is really cheap. At $1,000, this is a pretty hard sell.
Taxes.
Yeah, or yeah, $1,100. But there are people that'll buy it because they like the Prusa brand. And like honestly, if I had to pick between using a Prusa or a Bamboo, I'll take the Prusa any day.
Yeah,
so
except for what their XL was.
Yeah, I heard the XL was not great. Like, what do they even have? I even look. So the XL, they're still selling the MK3.
The MK3 is one of their like best.
I'm surprised. What are they selling it for now? What is MK3? $900? Why even still have the MK3? What is the kit for the MK4? The MK4 kit is cheaper than the assembled MK3. And the MK4S is not much more expensive than the MK3. What is it, $200? A $200 difference? I'd take this over the MK3 is a fucking 8-bit printer. This is an 8-bit printer. This is an 8-bit machine.
Throw a clipper on it and boom.
I mean, yeah, you could do that, but I'm surprised they're still selling the MK3S, unless they just have so many of them and so many parts for them that they're just trying to, clear them out.
But they use really fat bits.
Yeah, they do. 30. Well, I thought, is it like wire gauge? The higher the number of the bit, the smaller the bit is.
Fat bottom bits make the printing world go round.
Yeah. All right. We're already at an hour and a half. I thought I was going to look at the screen and be like, oh shit, we need to fill this more time. All right, we should go into the Q&A. Did people actually are you good? Or are you at oh no.
He's on low power mode.
He's trolling us. He's fucking with us at this point.
Nope.
I can see his eyes. He's just messing with us.
Bastard.
Wow, we have 11 questions in the queue. You guys ready?
Awesome.
You guys ready? Okay. Someone put their phone number in for the username.
Tech Dad, I'm with you. I wanted one so bad. I was gonna get one until I saw that it was just an absolute bag of shit, and I ended up getting
Yeah, I heard it was not great.
rat
The
rig.
the first question, someone said, what's your opinion on the Ender 3 V2 SE? I don't think that's, I mean, that sounds like a Creality. It sounds like it could be a Creality model number, but I don't think there's a V2 SE. There's a V3 SE, and that's the $180 Marlin base printer. And I do think if I'm just going to answer it as if it's the V3 SE, because there is no V2 SE. I have one, and it's great. It's a great printer for the money. For 180 bucks, it's really hard to beat. It does work really well. Did I get the new rat rig? No, I decided not to just because of the cost, and we don't really need it, and it's not a market we're pushing into. We're focused on the Mercury One stuff. So
I got the new rat rig.
did you?
I mean, it's not here yet. I pre-ordered it.
You
I'm supposed to
pre-ordered
be getting
it?
it in September. It'll be shipping in September. I'm pretty fucking excited. I got
Let's see.
I got the it's got the two. Fuck, what do they call it? The hybrid Core XY system. So when
The
the IDEX,
AWD, the all-wheel drive, or whatever it's called.
so when the
I
IDEX
thought that
does
was
come
cool.
out, I'll be ready for IDEX.
Yeah.
Because then I can
So-
print two of my auto parts at the same time.
So the next one is this guy's got an ANET AA Plus. I remember that printer. That was actually a decent printer for the time. Like that's one I'd probably
Besides the fires.
no the Plus, the AA Plus. Actually, I think the AA. Actually, I'll show you what I had an AA Plus. Do you guys want to see what happened to my AA Plus?
It's still printing.
No, the A8 Plus. Do you guys want to see what happened to my A8 Plus? It had a hot end clog on it, and this is how I unclog it. I'm sure there's people that have seen this, but I'm sure there's also people that haven't seen this. In before getting demonetized. Today I'm going to show you guys how to unclog a clogged hot end on an ANET AA Plus. The first thing you're going to need to do is take whatever handgun you have lying around, put your ammo in it, rack it, and then just deal with it. So that's my ANET AA Plus. It had a lot of issues. Just like that, the hot end's not clogged. I didn't feel like fixing it. And then we finish it off. We give it a good send off right here.
Yeah, Tannerite, baby.
We still need to open that rule of Polymaker. That reminds me.
So, all jokes aside and blowing up my AA Plus, it actually was a decent printer. It's just I have so many machines, it wasn't worth putting the time into. But if you're a person that only has like one or two printers, and that's a printer you have, they're not bad. He said he's putting his name's Tony, and he said he ordered a 3D Touch bed sensor. Throw it out. The 3D Touches are knockoffs of the BL Touches. They're horrible. He said he has it installed.
Get a CR Touch.
Yeah, a CR Touch if you want that style probe. Otherwise, we've got really our Easy ABL light, the NG lights, and even ours. The pricing's come down on those. I would just honestly throw one of our Easy ABLs on there. It's gonna be a lot easier to wire up. And I say this not because I want to sell you an Easy ABL. I say this because those boards, you have to make an adapter board to interface with the signal pin. And I would definitely just go with Easy ABL. It's a lot easier installation on there. And we have firmware for that board because that's the 8-bit Melzy board, which we haven't done an update. I think the 271 update, he said he installed 271. That's one we don't provide updates for, but the firmware works. So I would definitely just honestly throw an Easy ABL on there and call it a day because it's going to be a lot simpler install than the 3D Touch. And throw the 3D Touch out. If you guys are buying a sensor and you want the BL Touch style sensor, just buy a BL Touch or a CR Touch. Those 3D Touch ones are horrible. Seawolf, I'm assuming this is when we were talking about the Beast. Someone said they got CR10S5, and they said, is that going to be a kit? We're not going to make a kit, but if you guys are interested, you can contact us and we can figure out how to get you parts and stuff. That printer, I'm shooting to have that done. If I can get the panels made, I'm shooting to have that done in a week or two tops. So waiting on those skirts. The skirts done, Tor, so I can start printing those.
Not yet. Did you get the feet?
The feet? I thought I did. Those little black ones.
Yeah.
Those little round black ones. I'll double check. Let me see here. Yeah, the anti-vibration feet, 192310 GS washer, rubber feet, air compressor, isolator pad, fits many compressor generators, use a Briggs & Stratton toy belt pressure washer, 4 pieces.
Yeah.
Those, yeah, they're on the way.
Those.
They'll be here in a couple days.
I was going to work on it this weekend as well.
Okay. Let's see. Brian's asking, have you ever built a multi-tool head printer like Prusa SL? Does your boards have the ability to run multiple tool heads? No, ours are single tool head boards. I have not built a multi-tool head printer. I built a multi-extruder printer years ago. It's absolutely possible, but I'm going to tell you it's a lot of work. I would, if I was going to build, if I wanted a multi-head printer, I would just buy an existing one, like the oh, there, my camera decided to do the thing because Comet hit my hub.
Son of a bitch.
I don't know why.
If I do a multi-head printer, it would be like a Stealth Changer or the what was it? The Stealth Changer?
Yeah, he's got a five.
What's the
He's
other
got a
one?
five. He's got a 5+ that he's putting this on.
What
So,
well, I like I said, I got the rat rig specifically. I ordered mine so
for
specifically
the
when IDEX
IDEX,
comes up. So when that is available and I get it, I'll probably do a live stream of that.
Emerson's turn.
I seen Deer. He's asking. He wants to buy a scanner. I have time to test a new toy. So I have messed with that Moose scanner, and I do really like it. But there's also like I think Doug has the Revo Point. The reason we didn't order the scanners yet is because their pricing, they originally told us one pricing for resellers and then gave us a completely different one with an insanely high shipping rate, which meant we wouldn't be making shit reselling it. So that's why we haven't resold them. But as a scanner, it does work well. So, but Revo Point and like the 3D Maker Pro ones, like those are two I've used. My brother has a Revo Point and they're both good scanners.
What
I
was
haven't
the
tried
name
the
of the one you
Creality
got?
ones. The Moose, the
Moose,
3D
that's
Maker
right.
Pro Moose. I almost said loose, but I meant Moose. I'm multitasking here. Just give me 1 second. Sorry, I got people messaging me. All right. Eli /Tomatoes says, is it cheaper to buy the SVO8 enclosure or find someone to cut acrylic for DIY panels? Tor, what would you do?
Honestly, I would just get. I know if Nadir's still in chat, he already has a kit set up with the DFX files for the panels. I would just get panels cut.
And you could also hit up directly Mandela Roseworks. They're the ones who cuts all our acrylic panels for us that we sell. Wade's a good dude, and I'm sure if you contacted him, he'd have no problem running off a set of panels if he had the files. So, Brian asks, how much does that new printer cost to build, and what's the size? I don't know what printer this was for. I'm gonna skip that one because I don't have context.
I think he's talking about the Beast.
The Beast. If you had to buy everything, you'd probably be into it for around 3,000 all in, like parts and everything. And yeah,
If you're doing
it's
a
not
scratch
cheap.
build from it,
There's no way to do a large, properly made enclosed printer cheap. It just doesn't exist. So yeah, Jeff said I simply had Tim and Tor do it. So yeah, it's actually been a team effort. You've had all three of us working on it. You've had Tor, me, and Jordan all working on that printer. So yeah. I'll be sure to post tons of videos. We're going to be pushing that thing because I'm going to have Tor dialed into our laptop remotely when we get all the Clipper stuff set up, and I'm going to have him just tune the hell out of it. So you ready for that? You ready for that, Tor?
It'll be fun.
It will be fun.
Tuning guide.
And we upgraded. He had the standard Mosquito on that printer when he brought it to us because we started as a CR10 S5, and then I actually sourced the parts, the heat break, and the insulator to convert his regular Mosquito over to the Magnum because I was like, we got to put the Magnum on here to push the fucking plastic. It's so big, like you want to have the higher flow rate. CJ says, "What is the camera what camera would you put on an A1, and does it go to the same side or does it need other items? An A1 Mini, a Bamboo? There's cameras. Don't they come with the camera?
A baseball bat. That's the type of camera you.
Okay, Nathan.
Here's what you do. First, you go remove the tampon, and then you go buy a real printer.
Calm down there, old crotchety man.
Goddamn
Wait,
kids
what was
these
the
days.
question?
You know, if you keep, he said the question is, what is the camera would you put on an A1? It doesn't go to the same socket or doesn't need any other items. I don't know what he means by that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Those
oh,
come
well,
with cameras.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
if he needs just something like a standalone, probably like a Wise, something cheap that you can.
I don't like Wise. I don't like cloud
I don't
connected
either.
shit.
But I'm just. I mean,
I mean,
it sounds like they want something.
I mean, because I have the SBCs on all our on our printers. I just throw a good webcam on there. I use our EasyCam
Right.
and just
But
point it at the printer.
I don't
Where is it?
own
Yeah,
A1,
let's
so I
just
don't know
skip
if
over
that's
that. I don't.
possible.
Oh, CJ, they're disabled and can't. Wait, the A1 mini camera sucks. Yeah, you're basically stuck with it. Your options would be to get like an IP camera, like the Wise or any other one. I'm all local on my stuff. If you don't mind having your shit in the cloud, there's tons of different options. Like Real Link
yeah.
and Amcrest are decent. But
Pi
yeah,
Cam,
you're
Pi
stuck
Zero.
with the camera. You're
Yeah,
stuck
Pi
with
Zero.
the camera you have on there. Thank Bamboo for locking their stuff down. And this is the thing too. Like like if I wanted on my Creality K1, if I didn't like their camera, like their camera's fine. It's fine. It's not the best. It's fine. It gets the job done. But I could put my EasyCam on it if I wanted to. If I made a mount and then made an adapter because it's just USB, I could actually hook my EasyCam up to the K1 if I wanted to. But their camera's fine, so I've had no desire to do it. This is a question, assuming this is when we were streaming last time, or he put it in on a previous stream. Randy's asking, curious thing of you, Bamboo strategy suit issue is is an issue for the hobby or just an issue for Bamboo? What I said earlier is if they win the suit, if Stratasys wins the suit, it will become an issue for the hobbyists. It will.
Yes.
It'll be an issue for every company, and then every company is going to get is going to get gone after it. I will promise you guys this, and I will videotape it. If they go after us for flex plates, I'll have to censor some of the video, but I will send them a letter that is just over the top and basically telling them literally telling them to go after themselves.
Have Taco Bell for a couple days, line the box with a baggie, and
yeah, just
do what you need to do.
Yeah, just put my ass
some, Remo and
Comet hair. Just throw some
Remo and Comet Love.
We'll just throw a blowout diaper in there from Olivia.
Ooh.
Yeah. Have like a little spring, so when they open the box, it just sends a diaper right at their face.
What's the hell's the name of that guy that creates the glitter bomb packages?
Oh, Mark Rober. Yeah. Okay, the Boosted Spider says, do you guys print TPU NinjaFlex, and in parentheses says NinjaFlex often? And what's the secret in decent prints? I tend to have a decent print and randomly get a waffle or under extrusion look as the filament gets hung up on the extruder gears. So, and he's got a stock Prusa MK3S. Printing slow.
That and try lowering your motor temperatures if you can.
Yeah. You've printed more NinjaFlex. I haven't touched NinjaFlex in years because it's so hard to print. I like the TPU we carry, the 95A. I think 95A is like the perfect one balance between flexibility and difficulty to print. But in general, with any flexible filament, if you slow it down, you're gonna have a much easier time printing it. You're not gonna get fast prints out of most TPUs, especially NinjaFlex. What's up, Robert?
Titties just happened here.
Hey, Robert.
You look very confused. Is there a mouse nibbling at your leg?
No.
Actually, I think I see a mouse back there by your green Voron.
I will stab you.
Right by the spool that's to the left of it.
No.
I just saw his little head peep out.
No,
he had a sign. He had a sign that said, "Come get me, bro." Mm-hmm.
It's just children. Where are my mom and dad? Right outside my door.
I'll take
about
you to your
an
mom.
Inch under.
I'll take you to your mom and dad. Come here.
Why did?
Yeah, Tor. What other tips? I mean, my tip is print slow, because basically what happens if you print too fast, the filament gets bound up, and if you go slower, it has less chance to get pushed and not go through.
Check your motors if they're overheating, because if they are, that heat will transfer through the motor shaft into the
gears.
metal gear and heat up your filament, causing issues. That's why it normally prints fine in the beginning, and then it slowly starts to get crappy.
Yep. And I will say that's one of the biggest things I like about using a geared extruder is it removes the direct coupling of the motor shaft to the drive gears so that heat doesn't get transferred as much. It still will get warm-ish because it's right on top of the motor, but it reduces the risk of that happening. Because I've had some where I had my VREF way too high and it got hot enough to like start deforming PLA on extruders. I haven't had it happen in a while, but it was one of those learning experiences where I'm going like, what the hell is going on? And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to run a print and watch it. And I touch the motor. I'm like, oh, that's hot as shit. So yeah, you can turn your run current down. Yeah, if you got a board that allows adjusting the current, like I will not go back to boards. Like if I'm building custom printers, I will not use a board that doesn't have digitally controlled current for the motors. I will not go back. There's some people that don't care, but almost every single one of my printers has digitally controlled currents on it. Let's see. Here's one that's got this is interesting. So he's got an A1 Mini. He said he can't get anything. He can't get it to go low enough to stick to the plate.
That's weird.
Honestly, because
offset with those printers.
So this is one of the things that bugs me about the Bamboo printers. Is if you once you know how to print, you are going to do a better job at determining if the print is starting correctly or not, better than the printer. I don't care how many sensors, how many cameras or AI bullshit it has. Your eyes looking at the layer going down are going to be better once you know what a good first layer looks like. You're going to be better than any sensor. And the biggest problem I have with the Bamboo, and I have an X1C, and occasionally it will not get the first layer right, and I have to cancel the print and start it all over. Now, one thing I will say with the Bamboos in general is if you're having constant issues because the printer automates everything, you have no control over it, redo a calibration. And if you don't mind going back through the setup, update to the latest firmware, factory reset it, and set it up as if it was new out of the box and rerun the full calibration. That's really all you can do with the Bamboo printers is rerun the full calibration and double check that you have the right plate set in the slicer. Now, I know in the slicers, you can mess with the offset in the slicer, can't you? Per plate?
Yes, you can adjust. We have a guide on our site.
You're doing a
great
job selling that printer. I want
What's
to go
that?
buy one right now.
Yeah.
I said you're doing a great job selling it. I want to go buy one right now.
That's my number one complaint about the Bamboos is I can't adjust the first layer height. Like, give me a look. You can easily put that with the software update to let me adjust the first layer height. Why is it not a thing?
Because automation, you don't have to do that. That's the whole great thing about a Bamboo.
Machines are stupid.
Yes.
Very. Someone else is asking about a lot of A1 Mini questions.
My K1s actually do a pretty decent job. I rarely have to mess with them.
So I actually got rid of our K1C because we were done using it for development. Not because I didn't like it, but because we didn't need it. The Max is going to Krista. But my K1 and the K1C and the K1 Max, they just work. But the good thing is, if they are off, I can just go on the screen and go boop, 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 boop. Okay, it looks good now. It has that option.
My K1 Max used to be awesome.
And then you messed it up with an upgrade that you really didn't need.
Yeah.
An expensive upgrade that you really didn't need.
Yeah. Made it worse. Made it print legitimately.
It made it print worse. Somehow.
Now it just layer shifts. Just all of a sudden, hey, we're going to start putting an inch over here instead. Don't worry about it.
Put it back to stock, and if you want a better extruder, there's mods to put the Orbiter V2 on there. Just do that.
Find the parts now. I'm in such a I don't give a fuck mode.
We're almost up on time. We want to keep these streams 2 hours max, and we're at hour 48. So I don't know what this question is, and a way to update the poop cutter on the A1 Mini. You're basically limited to what Bamboo has.
If your question involves Bamboo and the words update, you can't.
Yeah, there's really not much you can do. Like, you can change your hot end out, but you can't get higher temps even if the hot end's capable of it. You can change your build plate out for, stuff like what we carry or other vendors. Like, you can put new lights on it, and that's about it. You can't do much with these printers. And that's the frustrating part is, especially coming from my background where I'm used to printers that you can do whatever the hell you want to. And going to a printer that you can't really do shit with is really frustrating. So like my going forward, I'm going to be focusing more on printers like the Mercury ones, like these, where you can actually do stuff to them.
Put it in the
Like
trash and get an ender.
the Enders aren't without their flaws, but the new ones, the new Ender
But you
3,
can
the
fix
the
them. You
V
can
the
modify
V3
them.
the V3 series is really good. Like
And they're
the
at a
whole
fraction
Ender
of the
3.
cost. That's yes, they
Well, the
all
other
have
thing
their
is
issues, but you
the
can
other
fix them and they're cheaper.
The other thing is this guy is talking about the cutter and stuff, so I'm assuming he's doing multi-material. And right now, there's no good multi-material for all these printers. However, next month the K2 Plus should be shipping, which we have on pre-order, and I'm really excited to see if they got it right or if they absolutely screwed it up.
Which was a fucking
If
that was a
Creality can get the multicolor printing working, then that's going to be great for everybody. So especially because all their printers are clipper based, and I know Tor is wanting to get his hands on their CFS so he can put it on other printers. So
There's this nice big space right above this Voron for one.
yeah, and you don't need, just because you don't have a filament cutter in there, you could do it with purge scripts and stuff. So it's just getting the nice polished hardware to load and unload the filament. That's a big limitation right now, because there are open source
has
ones.
a guide on like tip forming.
Yeah,
tip forming.
I thought you said tip forming, but I know I now know you meant tip, just the tip. Speaking of which, if you want just the tip, we have a shirt in our store. I should send out an email, but we now have actually we have a new. We talked about it on the stream yesterday, but we have a new merch store, and it's just th3dstudio.live/merch. It's actually through Streamlabs, which is what we're using right now to do all these streams where we have multiple people on. And if you buy a shirt or any merch from that site while we're streaming, it will actually pop up and show that you bought a shirt. So I don't have all the designs up there, but I have our best selling designs up there already. And on top of that, the reason I got rid of them off the shop is we were using a company called Printful to fill our shirts, and the prices on Streamlabs are much better for us and for you guys. So I was like, there's no point of us having these like $27 shirts when we can get literally the same shirts. Streamlabs is using Printful. Their quality's good, but they're getting better pricing. So it didn't make sense to have you guys paying more for shirts and us paying more for the shirts when you can just get them right through the Streamlabs store. So, yep.
Easy.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Martin's back from yesterday. He tried to do on his Nebula pad, put it in a formatted USB, plug my Nebula pad, nothing happened. No, I don't think that's going to work. You're probably going to have to enable root and do it that way instead of installing the pre-rooted firmware. I don't know if the Nebula pad has options for rooting it. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the Ender 3 V3 KE just has the Nebula pad, and the Nebula pad on the Ender 3 V3 KE has support for rooting. So maybe that little tip will get you going in the right direction. Do you guys have anything else to add?
No.
Did you want to talk about the what was it, the A1 Mini multi-plate automation?
Why don't we
skipped
save that
it
for the
over.
why don't we save that for the next one? It's not on the show notes, so I forgot about
Yeah,
it. Oh, did you just update it?
No, I updated it right before we started the stream.
I'm probably seeing a cached page then. Hang on.
Yeah, it's been there. I was wondering why you skipped it.
Yeah, move it to the next one. Hang on, let me see. Category show notes. Oh yeah, now it's showing. Just move that to not next week's, but the next TH3D Nation stream. So maybe there'll be more updates. But yeah, some guy came out with for the A1 Mini a automated build plate system where it there's like a printed part on the front of the plate and it pulls it off. It's kind of cool. So
I mean, it's not the first time.
Toward 3D Experience wants to know when we'll be carrying the beacon probe. We don't have any plans for it, but I think if we did something like that, wouldn't we be going with like the Eddy over the beacon?
Beacon has more features technically because Beacon can do nozzle probing.
Can it? Yeah, we haven't messed with it, so we don't sell anything we haven't actually used ourselves.
I'll let you know how it is when I get my rat rig because it'll have one on it.
Yeah.
But
Fancy.
yeah.
I'm gonna be fancy. I'm gonna have all the new tech.
Beacon, yeah, the Beacon is
You'll
like the
have- you mean-
headliner
you'll-
of
you
the
mean you'll
Eddie
have-
probes.
You mean you'll have new stuff to break?
Yes. New stuff that won't work right.
Only
I'll
for
be
you.
the only motherfucker with this problem.
Only for you. Only for you. So I don't have an opinion on the Eddie or the Beacon because I haven't used it. Tor has the Eddie, right? You don't have the Beacon. You have the
Yeah.
Eddie. You put it. Did you put that on your SVO8 or what printer is that on?
That's on the Mercury one.
Oh, it's on
Oh,
the Mercury.
and it works well.
Okay.
Should I do like
Yeah, I
a
haven't messed
live
with it.
stream, but kind of like a spy cam setup?
Of you
While
just
I'm
raging
building
in
it?
your
Yeah.
office.
So while I'm building the rat rig and shit doesn't go
you
right,
should
I just
absolutely.
rage.
You should absolutely. I mean, if you wanted to stream it on here, we could all hang out and harass you while you're doing it.
I won't wear
I don't-
headphones, anything. So you'll just it'll be like mystery theater. You guys will just sit there and watch and crack. Oh shit! He just. Oh,
Yeah, we'll
that
just
was his
put like
boron that he
I
just
know of the
busted.
concept of mystery. There was a mystery science theater or something like that. I haven't
Yeah.
watched it, but I know of it. So we're basically they're just sitting there like the pop, the peanut.
The
gallery.
camera's behind them, and you just see their silhouettes, and they're eating popcorn.
Yeah, we could
cracking
just
jokes.
do this, and you could be up here, and then Tor and I could just be sitting here eating popcorn while you're struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, he stabbed himself in the leg with a screwdriver. How did he manage
there's
that?
a guy on the
he's
Mercury
mad
one
now.
There's a guy on the Mercury Dissonant that converted his Ender 6. Why would you convert your Ender 6? The Ender 6 is actually a good Core XY machine. Mine literally ran off. That's what printed this and my shroud and a bunch of other stuff. I like my Ender 6. So
I mean, it's a Creality printer, so it's a hit and miss when you got it.
it's been a good printer aside from the bearings wearing out.
For you.
It's hard to get better motors for the Ender 6. My motors work fine. I know people had some issues. I was expecting that. Remember when I did that, I was expecting that long shaft to have an issue. Mine's been fine. Just watch is going to break it like next week. So I think as long as I don't have Emerson touch it, we should be good.
Come on.
Emerson, next time you're at the shop, go around and
No.
touch every printer there. This is it. You just got
I
to
mean,
give it a little tap.
What's this?
He-
What's this? What's this? What's this?
He
What does this
did.
do? What does this
He
do?
did help us build some of our Ender 3s.
I did. I tore him
So-
down and put upgraded parts on him.
Like, I hate. Why do we get so many spam comments on here? Like, I get so
I
many
don't see it.
spam comments in our review. Oh, in our I'm looking at our website review system. Like,
We're printing the parts, but if you want to print them yourself, they would be on the Mercury One documentation. They already have
yes.
everything
Yeah,
set
you
up.
don't have to have us. They have to be ABS. They have to be ABS, which means you have to have an enclosed printer. So, yeah, you don't have to buy our parts. You can. I would like it if you did. They're really good quality. But if you want to print your own and you have the capability to print ABS, you can do that. But they have to be done in ABS. So that's per the official guide. And plus, after building them and running them, you definitely want them in ABS. So,
Yes.
but yeah. So yeah, basically if you guys are not familiar with the Mercury One kits, if you have an Ender 5, 5 Pro, or 5 Plus, you can convert that into a high-speed Core XY. You need the hardware kit. You will need a new hot end and extruder setup, and yeah, that's about it. You basically run through their documentation. They have a website that goes through all of the steps. It's not. Hang on, I'm pulling it up here.
Fudge me. Did I seriously miss a big file?
Let's see here. Show on stream. So here, if you guys go to docs.0g.1, this is like their main page here, docs.0g.1. I'll post a link in the chat. They have everything step by step. If you're wondering what the Hydra is, that's their bed mod. I didn't do the Hydra on my 5 Plus. I will be doing the Hydra on my regular 5.
I
But
kind of
yeah.
want to do a Hydra on my 5.
Yeah, so what you need to know, bill of materials, they go through pretty much everything on here. So you can self-source it. I didn't even do that. I just got the Fabrico kit even before we started selling them. But they have like their configurator here, so you can select what you have, what your tooth idler size is, if your tension plane is T-nut or tapped. And you can click get files, and then it'll pop up, so you can't see it, but there's a window that popped up with the zip file. So they do have where you select what you want, and then it'll go ahead and put this together. And then here, if you're not sure, you can literally click click this, and it'll open a PDF that'll show you, if you're not sure what tooth idler size to select, whether it's 8.5, the 10, or the 9. That just changes what spacers they
If
give you.
you have the Fabrico kit, it's 8.5. Like you don't have to change anything.
Yeah. No, the nice thing about the Fabrico kit is it doesn't it doesn't require much thinking. Just print the parts.
Have a good one, Robert.
And start assembling it. So, and they have the step files too. So, yeah, disassembling. So stripping your frame down and stuff. So basically, you just take the whole top off. You start bolting their stuff on. This is their PDF, and it's a very, very nice guide. It's 187 pages. Don't let that scare you. It's just because it's very thorough, like step by step by step. Like their documentation.
There's a lot of big pictures.
Is amazing. Yeah, it's great. So, and if you get our kits, the Fabrico kits we're carrying, you do not need to grease the rails. You do not need to do any of the cleaning stuff that they're showing here. This is just if you're using really cheap rails. All of them are ready to go. Just put them on the printer. So, yeah. But very, 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 very detailed. So, it's awesome. All right, that's all we have. Do you guys have anything else to add?
Time for food.
Time for food? Yeah. I don't know what we're doing for food, so I can't go off on a tangent. I'm also running out of steam, and I really got to pee. So
Yeah.
I drank a bunch of water before the stream. That was probably a bad idea.
Lots
I'm
of
up in the
tea
top
and Red
corner.
Bull.
Yeah, you're in the top corner. Did you just realize that?
I feel special. Well, I've been bouncing back.
You know
and
what?
forth between screens.
Know your place, peasant.
I fucker.
As soon as I try to do something funny.
I finally installed the CB2 in my Voron, and holy shit, is this thing fast!
Yeah.
I love it.
So it can have problems quicker.
Yes.
The Emerson just has the worst luck. I see one printer printing. I see one printing back there, or maybe starting a print. Looks like it's starting a print. No.
Oh no,
It
Sarah
stopped
started
the
that
print.
one. Sarah, damn it!
Yeah.
Just because I pointed out that you fucked it up doesn't mean I fixed it for you. Shit.
I'm sorry, I don't have any TREATS in here for you. So, anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm done with the Midwestern goodbyes. So, all right, everybody, have a good weekend. Again,
Have a great
if
weekend.
you guys are waiting for, I know a lot of people are waiting for us to get the Mercury One kits. We have them. Go order them. That what we have is what I physically have here. It's not a pre-order. They will ship out on Monday if you place your order today or over the weekend. So, I will see you guys next time. Thank you for stopping by.
Did you get an update for the bins? Did he reply?
For the bins? Oh, let me check.
I didn't have my watch would have popped up.
Oh yeah, because he's on there.
Forgot.
Yep. No, I haven't got an update. I don't know what's going on with them because they told us one date and then they told us another date. So I don't know if they're like having issues getting shit shipped out. We're staying on top of it. So,
Yeah.
but once we get them,
it's because someone cried about the poisonous blueberries.
just don't eat the desiccant. Just Can we have like one day where we remove all the warning labels and liability from everybody and just let nature sort things out?
It's like the purge, but instead of people
killing each other, it's just there's no warning labels. They're just gone for the entire day, and we'll see what happens.
Figure shit out the hard way.
Yeah, right. That's how we did it back in the day. Get off my lawn.